Imagine you're in an area out and about, just enjoying yourself, and then all of a sudden something happens. You don't know exactly what. You see smoke and what appears to be some sort of gas coming out from a vehicle or something. Someone comes around the corner, an individual from the fire department or whatever that has responded. They throw you a bag and say, hey, here, put this mask on. You're going to need this. And unfortunately, unless you've had some form of training or experience, you probably wouldn't know what to do at this point. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James Burnett, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the M50 gas mask. In the next several minutes, I hope to give you a better understanding of exactly what the M50 mask is and what the components of the mask are. And to help me do this, I'll talk a little bit about the characteristics of the mask, and also talk to some of the components of it as well, and also finally with some of the steps it takes to successfully don the mask. Now that you know about what I'm going to be talking about today, let's go ahead and take a look at the characteristics of the mask. Okay, what is the M50 mask and some of its characteristics? The mask is a newer form of the mask, replaces our older MC2AP mask. It is a much more sleek fit, lower profile, works better with the new suits, the chemical and biological suits that we have. Overall, it is designed for pretty much 24-hour continuous use to protect the eyes and the face and primarily your respiratory system against the biological, chemical particles, and also can protect you against radiological particles as well. They've also proved with the new mask that it does work with the toxic industrial chemical protection as well. So a chemical spill, as possibly alluded to in my example to start off this presentation, it would be effective against that. There are unfortunately only 3 sizes that you get to pick from with this mask: large, medium, or small. They take great lengths to make sure you get the right size mask for us in the military to make sure it seals properly. If it doesn't, it's pretty much a useless piece of equipment for you, unfortunately. Now that you have a better understanding of some of the mask's characteristics, let's go ahead and talk about some of the components of the mask. Alright, components of the mask. First of all, just a real quick glimpse, here is the mask itself. This is the M50 mask, and you can see with this, I wear glasses, so this already has the inserts that would replace my glasses that are fixed and attached inside. I have a canister on each side to filter the air. Next, a couple of the other components that we have: equipment carrying bag, very good for putting other things in. And then you have the actual carrier itself for the mask. There are other items. Canteen cap is something that I'll allude to a little bit more in a minute. Also have a waterproof bag in case you know you're going to be operating in an environment where the mask may get continually wet. You can put that in a bag. There's a sunshade that goes on the outside of the mask. It's just like putting a pair of sunglasses on. It helps you if you're out in the desert or anywhere where there's bright light. And last but not least, you have the operational cards, or the kind of the owner's manual for the mask itself. The big part, like I said earlier, that I was going to get back to, the canteen cap. Very important. This newer mask has a different drinking tube that is utilized. So if you have the mask on and you need water and you're in an environment where you can't take the mask off to get to water, you have to drink it out of the canteen, and without the canteen cap you are unable to do that, and could make for a very long and bad day for you. So it's very important that you have that, and want to make sure that it's in working order. Now that I've discussed a little bit of the components of the mask, let's talk about the donning procedures. And this is where it gets a little crazy, especially for here in the Air Force. They've actually counted it out, and for the Air Force there's 12 total steps to successfully don the mask. I'll go through these a little bit now. First steps, if you know you're going to have to use the mask, is to stop breathing, hold your breath, and close your eyes. You'd want to then take, if you have a helmet or any headgear, hat on, you want to take that off. If you wear glasses, you also want to take that off. For the ladies, if you have your hair up, you want to remove any of that stuff in the back, let your hair down. Then at that point you would reach down, retrieve the mask from its mask carrier, put it to your face with your hand on the front of the mask, reach around, pull the straps over, tighten them up real good on your head. Once that's done, you put your hands on each side of the mask all over the filter, and at this point you're checking the seal on the mask, and you want to see if you have any air coming through through the seal around the edges, and if you do have air coming through and you can feel that or hear that, then your seal's not good and you'd want to retest and recheck your straps. But once that is done, and you know that you have a good seal, at that point you can go ahead and begin breathing normally. Then you immediately want to put any headgear, a helmet or hat, go ahead and put that back on as you need to, or as you deem fit in that environment, whatever your situation is. And last but not least, and as crazy as it is for the Air Force, the very last step is to close the mask carrier bag that you put the mask in. A lot of people don't do that, so they actually put that as the last step. Kind of funny, but that's the way it is. Another funny thing is with the older masks, you had a time limit of about 9 seconds to get the mask on, and if you had a hood on the mask, it was 15 seconds. Now you can put the mask and the whole suit on in anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes total for the mask and all of the other equipment, the top and bottom and the overboots. But that is the time limits. Now that I've talked to you a little bit about the donning procedures of the mask, let's go ahead and recap. In conclusion, I tried to give you a better understanding of exactly what the M50 mask is and what some of the components of that mask are. To help me do this, I talked to you, discussed the characteristics of the mask, went over showed you a real quick shot of the mask itself and talked about some of its components, and then also what it takes to successfully don the mask. In closing, I'd just like to thank everybody for their time and the opportunity that I've been given, and hope that you all have a great day. Thank you.